Hey, good morning, everyone. Absolutely. A lot of institutions look at technical analysis. Not that it matters, really. What matters is they work. I mean, technical analysis works on the right stocks. And most technical analysis is bullshit, but that's why it's so important to study what actually works. What's more important than Tesla is how detached Lucid is from Tesla now. Lucid wants 50, man. TTD missed earnings, but up pre-market. They didn't miss earnings. They beat. And they beat revenue guidance too. All right, good luck, everyone. Well, you could sum up today in 3 words. Things are going up. For now. SOTK, that's not an EP. Guys, is there any confusion to what an EP is? Like, I have 2 blog posts about an EP. Like, it's pretty straightforward. Oh, sorry, it wasn't an EP. I thought you said it was an EP. No, yeah. Yeah, it's a good setup. I thought you said it was an EP, sorry. Yeah, it's a good looking breakout. Not sure if it's... I don't know. I don't know what the news were on this day. Could be a buyout or something. Guys, this is called an easy money environment. You take a position and every day for 2 weeks your positions go up. That's called easy money. It's not gonna last forever, but it can last for a long time if you are lucky. Blink, yeah, this is sector EP. Is it gonna have follow through? Not sure, but it does look good on the weekly. And especially on the monthly. And it's reclaiming the 200 day, that's good. Yep, copper is really strong, and you know, copper stock, like stuff like FCX, are also related to the infrastructure bill news. All these charging stations need to have, you know, copper wires, and a lot of them. This uranium stocks are finally starting to go, or ETFs. Hope so. I've been long those things forever. Over a month. Come on. Can they finally double from here? Thanks. Oh. Lucid dreams? Yep, lucid dreams. I have pretty decent position in this thing. Pretty decent position. Not gonna lie. Pretty decent position. Yeah. I got stopped out here when it gapped, you know, gapped below these moving averages, but I started rebuying 3 sessions ago, I think, or 2 sessions ago, I don't remember. And on Friday I added a lot when it broke this range, this 37.90, 38 range. Hey guys, do you have the clip where I did the fundamental analysis on Lucid, the thumb thingy? Has anyone clipped it on Twitch? When it reaches 50, I want to post it on Twitter, so everyone will understand the depth of analysis we do in this community, and so they can buy my course for $999.99. This Palantir reports tomorrow. I'm super excited about this one. It's a big former runner, and look at this thing on the weekly and monthly. Like guys, look at this flag on the monthly. Holy shit! If this thing can EP of earnings, oh man. Oh man. Could be insane. DDD, if it has good earnings, don't they report tomorrow? Or sorry, after hours? They report after hours. Kind. Isn't this one of these SPACs? It's probably trading under another ticker. Yeah, the problem with any is it's... wait, I don't know what the problem with this is. I don't even know. Oh, it's some kind of a... I don't even know what sector this is, but it looks good. It's a big flag if it, you know. The shit stocks are back in play, so I mean, you know, if it breaks out, it could go. Do I look at any sentiment indicators? Nah, not really. Nah, not really. The problem with sentiment indicators is, during the best periods, like during the free money periods, when you know the during the times where most of the money is made as a swing trader or a position trader, sentiment indicators and overbought, oversold indicators, they're gonna show excessively bullish sentiment versus like excessively overbought readings. So they kind of they do work, but they completely useless when there is the most amount of money to be made. That's the problem. Look at last year and early this year. You know, if you follow these sentiment indicators, you would have missed out on life-changing money. That's the problem. But they do work sometimes. That's why people use them. Dun, 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 dun. And there's a guy on Twitter that I follow. Actually, there's two guys. I don't know which one of them. Is it the Next Big Trade or Kevin Marder? But one of them said, you know, he stopped using sentiment indicators in the 90s because he saw the same thing. When the life-changing money is to be made, the sentiment indicators will all show excessively bullish sentiment for months on end. And if you sell or get out of the market or whatever, go, you know, take a step back during those periods, you're gonna miss out on life-changing money. Wife changing, yeah. PPSI. Oh yeah, this is definitely an EP, but is it something that's worthwhile buying? I don't know. Polestar is starting to move too. And remember, you know, on these stuff like Lucid, you know, remember the trail. If you're in this thing, remember to, you know, don't get too excited. You know, like this thing could go up another 50%. Don't just randomly sell everything into strength. It's better to sell a partial too little bit too late than too early. Better to sell, you know, 10% too late than 100% too early. I'm not saying it will double, but it can. Like the volume is just insane. This whole sector is the leading sector of the market. And the volume is just insane. Like, I haven't seen this type of volume since AMC back in May, June. Look at how similar Lucid looks to AMC. Or, you know. Look at this thing. If you sold AMC here, like, oh, I got a nice move. I got a 50% move in a couple of weeks. Well, guess what? You would have gotten another 300% in the next week. I'm not saying Lucid is gonna do anything like it. Probably not, but you know, it could realistically do, you know, much bigger move than this. So don't forget the trail. We get, is it the Rivian IPO tomorrow? As long as Tesla doesn't break down, these EVs are gonna go nuts. If Tesla breaks down, loses the 10-day, then I may be a bit worried. But unless that doesn't happen, I think these things can make insane moves. Wednesday? Okay. Yeah, FSR is another... there's no setup there though. And it's a laggard. It's a big time laggard. ENDP. Oh yeah. Yeah, it had several flags on the way up. I think someone mentioned it here, but I kind of dissed it because I thought it was already getting a little bit extended. But yeah. Great job. Great job. This is why you need to build your own conviction and not trust, you know, rely on someone else. So important. You need to build your own conviction in these setups. Yeah, I will definitely size down on things before they close. I'm a little bit too heavy. I bought TTD. I bought these. I bought these oil ETFs, Gush and NRGU or energy ETFs. So I'll definitely size down. Whatever doesn't act well, I'll sell or size down. Because we are getting a little bit extended in the indices. So you don't want to, you know, get caught with your pants down on heavy margin. You want to be proactive. Anything that doesn't act right with the indices, you know, straight up, it needs to be sized down. It needs to go. Or you need to move your stops aggressively. But if you're not using any margin, you know, don't worry about it. Just use your trailing stops and... Mara, where I bought it here. In the 36s, I think. Or 35s. It wasn't a great setup in itself, but it was in a very hot sector, so... that's why I bought it. EVGO. Is it a good EP? I don't know. Is it going up or is it going down? What should a good EP do? Yeah, AFRM. Yeah, you know the best stocks, they won't let you in. That's, you know, they won't let you in. And I'm so pissed, man. I had this thing on the EP here, like 97, 98 bucks. I had decent size. You know, it's up 75% since, but no, it stopped me out. And then I rebought it here, like I don't know, 112, 113, something like that. And it stopped me out. And now it's in the 170s. Yay! Super easy. Trading is so easy. Everyone can do it. Da, 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 da. Now look at this. Oh, what's the growth on it? I didn't even look at numbers. 38, 39. Okay, that's decent. And look at this TTD. It's breaking a long, like, year-long range here, and it's been building higher lows for like a year. You know, EPs are not always, but many times these EPs are where a new trend starts. And today is a potential for that. It's already traded twice the average volume. It traded, like, if you look at it, the first 5 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever, 20 minutes, it traded the whole, it traded average daily volume before it broke out on the 5-minute chart. So the volume was on the table before the breakout, before the opening range highs. So these are the type of EPs you're looking for. You know, preferably, not always, but many times, stocks that are already in an existing uptrend over the past, 6 months or a year or 2 years or whatever. And then preferably they have higher lows for many months. And then they kind of break out of those big ranges on an EP. Or it could be earnings or some kind of other EP. Those are my favorite ones, where the technicals and fundamentals converge. Those are the best. Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy week for earnings. There's gonna be a lot of interesting stuff reporting. Oh man. And I don't have any buying power for those. I need to think about, sizing down everything that's slow or, just not performing to get into new blood. To roll it into 5-star EPs. We'll see. Haven't determined yet. But I will definitely probably get rid of 10% of my exposure before the close. These cannabis stocks are waking up. Another laggard, beaten down sector, starting to move. Stocks moving out of a base just they instead of earnings happens all the time in a good market. All the time. Well, we didn't have a mania last November. And we're not having a mania now. Last November, we were just coming out of a range, and that was the start of a 4 or 3 month bull run of easy money. That was the start of 3 or 4 months of easy money, especially look at like Russell. Broke out early November and, you know, didn't top until early March. I'm not saying this time is gonna be the same, you know, we could easily go lower. But right now, there's a lot of things waking up. New sectors are waking up. And now this Polestar thing is moving. I don't have any more buying power for these EVs. Oh yeah, guys. If what's been going on for the past 3 weeks goes on for another 3 months, I will seriously maybe not trade again for a long time, man. I may take that vacation. If my returns next 3 months are anything close to my returns from November to March last year, oh my fucking god. That's all I'm gonna say. Having said that, this is the top. Just kidding. What if Lucid actually goes to like 100? A man can dream, right? A man can dream. How many positions am I in? Is that a serious question? Like, really? What if there was a magic way to find out how many positions I'm in? What's this? Planet Labs over network satellites. Whatever this means. Nah, it's fine. I'm not even close to 30. Once I get to 30, that will probably be the top. Like, guys, seriously, friendly reminder. Following the instructions on the screen is mandatory. Yeah, those Lucids are pretty nice. The Rivians are nice too, man. They're really, really nice looking cars. Now, are they gonna be like great quality, build quality? I don't know. Are they gonna, you know? I probably wouldn't want to be a buyer of the first generation of these cars. You know, there's gonna be a lot of issues probably. But they look awesome. Like, they really do. The Rivians, the Lucids, all of these, like, you know, the Chinese EVs, like they look amazing. A lot of them. They really do. What kind of car do I drive? The kind that has 4 wheels. You work as an electrical engineer for Volvo EV cars? Yeah. Like, Polestar has had a lot of issues. They had a lot of recalls. I know that. But you know, look, Tesla had a lot of issues too in the beginning, like a lot of issues. And that's why everyone was so bearish in the early years. But now they had, you know, a lot of these issues fixed and now they're ahead of everyone else. Yeah, look at where this Tesla found support. There was a guy on Twitter that says he didn't understand the logic of the of moving averages. He thought, you know, technical analysis is crap. I told him, study 1,000 of the biggest stock market winners over the last 100 years, and you'll understand why I use moving averages. And you know, who cares about the logic, really? If there's something that you will, you know, works over and over again, but you don't understand why it works, you don't, you know, you don't pass on that, you use it, right? Because if you don't understand it, maybe no one else understands it either, right? But who cares? You go to the grocery store or you go buy a yacht, no one is gonna ask you, hey, did you understand why you bought the stock you made all this money on? No one is gonna ask you that. You have the money in the bank, no one is gonna ask you if you understood the logic behind the trade. What does UPST do? It goes up. That's what it does. Oh, well, today it goes down. They have earnings tomorrow, I think after hours. Could be interesting if it breaks out on earnings. The 50-day has caught up and, you know, could have another leg higher. Oh, man. I mean, so many things right now. It's kind of stressful being in this many. Oh, coin. Oh, they report tomorrow. I hope this coin can go to 360, 370 plus before earnings. So I have a little bit of, you know, caution in case it gaps down on earnings. I wouldn't want it to gap down below my stop. That's not fun. You always want to be in a position of strength and not caught with your pants down. What was my percentage return during November to market? November to March period? I don't know. Honestly, I haven't checked. I could actually check it. But it was probably, you know, 200-300%, if not more. No, more. 300 maybe. During that 3-month period. Yeah, exactly. I think, you know, trying to understand everything. If you know something works, you shouldn't overthink. You should just go with it. You don't need to understand why this or that is going up. The fact that it's going up and acting technically well, and especially if it's a leader, right? Because you have to understand, like, a lot of times in the markets and stocks, they many times fall, you know, move before the fundamentals become obvious. Especially when it, like, these cyclical type of stocks. You know, when the cyclical type of names, when they start getting good earnings, they could already be up for, you know, 500% a year later, right? And then you get the good earnings. Hey, Lucid, what is this candle? What's going on? Did Kenny Boy find Lucid? Fuck. They should be at 50 already. Look at Kenny Boy. Shorting with a market order. There's a new YouTube video of me.
In this review.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I even retweeted it, I think, if I remember correctly. ENDP. I think what's driving this stock is it's involved in these opioid names, and all the opioid names like MNK2. Wait, they're not listed anymore. And also I think Teva. They have all these lawsuit overhang on them. And I think I saw some news that these, or at least one of these opioid names actually won one of these lawsuits. So I guess, you know, it's some of that pressure leaving. This is not, if you look at the estimates, this thing is estimated to have, you know, negative earnings growth for the next couple of years. So it's definitely not earnings driving it. It's more like, you know, some uncertainty and pressure is lifting. So you have to understand what's driving a stock. Not always, but it's good to understand what's driving a stock. But in case of ENDP, it's not earnings. Yeah, lawsuit tossed. What is driving QS? A story. A story about the future. A story where electric vehicles will have 4 or 5 times the range they have today. A story when everyone has like, I don't know, a Tesla Powerwall at home with their own backup energy. That's what driving QS. Maybe I'm wrong. But that's my understanding of the why it's moving. When electric yacht, you know what? I can't wait until they start doing electric yachts, like on massive scale. But the battery technology needs to get better. Right now it's not, the capacity is not enough. But man, that would be awesome. Because the engines do make a lot of noise. I'm not gonna lie, they do make a decent amount of noise. And vibrations. Yeah, oh yeah, that's PTRA. Yeah, that's also... Are they doing... What type of EVs? Are they like scooters or something? EV scooters? Oh, heavy duty vehicles, trucks and buses. Oh, okay. Yeah, the whole sector, the laggards are also waking up. There's so much going on. You have Tesla, you know, going nuts. Remember, this is not a mid-cap stock. This is a $1.2 trillion stock. It's up 50% in what, 3 weeks? I mean, the magnitude and scale things are going on here, it's just insane. With the exception of maybe Volkswagen in 2008, has a stock ever gained like, I mean, I don't know, how many $100 billion of market cap in 3 weeks? Has to be some kind of a new record. It's just insane. It's insane. That's why all these, EV names, these other ones like Lucid, and there's so much interest in them. Yeah, he has a tax bill coming too from options. So he needs to... I think it was 15 billion or something. Doesn't mean anything. Totally irrelevant. Dun, 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 da, 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 da. Solar panels on sales. I think there are already solar sales. I think it's already invented. Solar sales. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I've seen or read about it. His brother sold his shares. Who cares? Oh, BE, nice. Another one of these alternative energy names. Yeah, AMC looks good on the weekly, monthly. Looks really good. GME too. GME looks even better. Oh, they report to. Oh, this one reports today, and they both report today. Okay. Not that I think the earnings matter on them. We already know they're overvalued as fuck. But what we care about is the reaction to the earnings. Why I held BE into earnings? I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? Where do you get that from? I didn't hold it into earnings. I bought it on earnings. Oh, okay, yeah. You mean, oh, never mind. No, I bought it on the contract news, on the EP here. And why I hold it into earnings? Because it was acting well. Is Lucid at 50 yet? Guys, I'm not gonna go to the bathroom until Lucid is 50. Fuck! It's going the wrong direction. Okay, I take it back. Someone should clip that. That was actually kind of hilarious. Is anyone clipping that? Please. Peloton? Yeah. And it's kind of funny, the charts told the story even before. Have you noticed the ones, the stocks that gapped up? They had, they were strong. They held up really well, or actually went up into earnings. Look at stuff like Lending Club, right? Look at something like, this was strong into earnings and kept going on the next earnings. Damn, now I don't remember all these other tickers. But the weak ones, look at Roku, was super weak. Every pop was sold, and it had earnings went low, even lower. Same thing, Peloton. Sumax like shit. Probably gonna go lower too. It wasn't that funny. Okay. Yeah, Snap too. Actually, Snap held up really well. But yeah, it got shredded. Oh, now, a lot of people clipped it. Okay, let's see. Be right back. Hey, thanks for the clips, guys. I found yeah, they were really good. Thanks for clipping it, guys. Oh, for fuck's sake. Guys, spot on the 5-minute chart where Kenny Boy started shorting. Yeah. Blink got rejected at the 200 day. Couldn't reclaim it. That's, you want EPs. When you have these EPs and, you want them to kind of gap up over the moving averages. Generally. A PTRA, look at where it got, stopped. Right at the declining 150. Strong EP needs to gap up over resistance levels. Or like these moving averages, preferably. Most of the time. Sometimes they do work anyways, but, if they can't gap up over the moving averages, if it's in a sideways or downtrend, it's a sign of weakness, not of strength. Stock can be up on the day, and it can be weak, and stock can be down on the day, it can show strength. Yeah, Roblox is also something I'm excited about. Roblox, ideal scenario, it gaps up over this 86 area, and even better if it can gap up over this 91 area. And then, have good earnings, big beat, and big volume. That's the secret sauce. I hope the same for Palantir. This thing looks insane on the monthly. Like, it went up to, and like, this is a large cap stock. It ran like 300% in 2 months or 3 months, it could easily go up 50-100% on a good EP. And especially in this market, when you have market that's in rally mode, crazy things can happen. But don't get complacent, It's easy to, start buying things and get sloppy and, you end up with, full margin, and then, suddenly one day everything is down 20% and you're sitting there with pants down. You always gotta, keep attention. What's working, what's not working, what's showing weakness, what's stalling. TTCF. Well, looks like a piece of turd. The float is 1.7 billion on PLTR. And that is that relevant in any way? Well, Tesla has a float of almost 1 billion, and it has a market cap of, gazillion trillion, and it's up 50% in 3 weeks. Guys, you have to understand what's relevant data and what's irrelevant data. Gaps to get filled. Jumping without news. Irrelevant. It's in the hottest sector and it's a huge volume. That's all that matters. That's the news. That's the fundamentals. Oh, has Kenny Boy started covering yet? Where is Lucid? LCID. Damn, I should have bought Bido. Fuck. Instead I bought GBTC, which is a big laggard. Or not a laggard, but it's, I don't know. Bido looks much cleaner. Are you on a... Well, I do have Coinbase since like 2017, but I haven't funded it. Or it's kind of defunded. But whatever, man. There's so much money to be made in the stock market also. So, I don't care, man. I'll probably, once the stock market calms down, maybe I'll move like 10 million or something into one of these crypto brokers. But right now, I just, I just want to maximize my profits here. Oh yeah, yeah. When you see like was it one of these SHIB accounts? Some guy had bought $8,000 worth of SHIB like I don't know a year ago, and now it was worth like 6 billion or something. Like one of the greatest trades of all time. I mean that's just insane. The things. Seeing these things and reading about these things, it kind of messes with folks' brains. And that's why I think we're gonna, we have at least a good solid few months left of this bull run, both in crypto and in stocks. I think people, you keep reading these crazy stories. You've seen Solana make enormous move this year. You see SHIB, you see Doge. Like, it kind of fucks with people's brains, and people are like, you know what? Fuck it. I just buy some of this. And then, 500 million people around the world decide that, you know what? Fuck it. My retarded neighbor just got rich of the shitcoin. I'm gonna put some of my money in some of these coins too. No, it's true. Imagine being like someone who thinks they're really smart, really sophisticated, and then they have this like retarded family member or a neighbor or whatever that strikes gold on crypto, like some total shitcoin. Imagine what that does to some people. Some people don't give a shit, but I think some people would. It does something with their brain. Technicals are working in crypto too. The sky is blue. Hey, Ferusul. Awesome. Thanks. Yeah, GME, AMC waking up. They have earnings after hours. Let's see if they can, if they act well tomorrow. Have I ever used the time difference between US and Sweden bought EPs before US opens? You mean pre-market? I rarely trade pre-market. I found every time I try to buy, even if it's, you know, if it's something really liquid, every time I buy in pre-market, it stops me out. Yeah, every shit stock is starting to move now. Yeah, that's how these, you know, momentum cycles work. First you have the leaders going, then you have the secondary movers, then you have the tertiary, and you know, the longer, you know, the run goes on, the more and crappier stocks start moving, and after a while they're really gonna reach the bottom of the barrel. It's the same thing, you know, playing out again. We haven't, you know, last time we saw something like this was earlier, you know, January, February this year. Yeah, exactly. That's how, and you know, this is why, you know, these things happen over and over again. It's just human psychology. It's human nature. If you understand these things, you have a skill for life, and it's not just in the stock market or the crypto market. It goes for everything. That's just how things work. Yeah, the tertiary stocks. Yeah, they're the last ones to go. Tertiary or tertiary? I don't know how to pronounce it. No, third. Not tertiary. Tertiary. Third. Oh man, these are the times we live for, man. I'm not gonna lie, that for me personally, like the March to September period was, it was challenging. It was up, it was down, it was up. You know, I had a drawdown, then I was back to where I was in early March, and I had a drawdown again, then I was back to where I was. I just couldn't get it. It reminds me of 2015, where I went sideways for 9 months. It was the same thing. I had a, except in 2015, I was a very unsophisticated trader. I had much deeper drawdowns. This time I had like a maybe 15% drawdown, or maybe 20% if you count with the money I wired out after the February March run. But you know, it was challenging, and I missed a lot of big opportunities, man. I kind of, there were big opportunities. I just kind of missed a few and fucked, you know, just messed some up too. But now we're back in easy money markets. Oh yeah, I have taxes coming due in like next week. Gotta wire a shit ton of money, man. Oh fuck. I don't do SKV files. I do it on paper. I fill the PDFs and then I print them out. I go full boomer. Yep, boomer alert. Because the thing is, I can't do the SKVs because they only accept like 100 lines or something, and I usually do like 1,000 lines. So I have to do like, I can't actually do it digitally. It's so stupid. I usually do like 80, 90 pages of K4s. Hedge currency exposure? What are we in the 70s? Who the hell exposes currency exposure? No one has done it since the 70s, 80s. And how the hell are you, do you even know what way the currency is gonna go? What if you lose money on your hedge? Where is Lucid? I need to go to the fucking bathroom. Where is Lucid? Come on. Well, it's kind of, well, it undercut, you know, yeah, we'll see. Oh yeah, absolutely. You need to have some, you can't just randomly buy or short stocks. Or shorting, you know, parabolics doesn't matter, but like buying, you need to have something that's a reason to go up. You know, pure momentum is enough, but if you want to get to the like 100 million level, you probably need to, you know, have some type of fundamental driver for it. You don't ever need to read a balance sheet, but you need to, you know, there needs to be, you know, something driving it, you know, a sector or a theme or earnings. Like you want to, you need to be able to read where the money is going. That's the number one job of a trader. You need to be able to understand where the money is flowing. And just using technical analysis is not gonna cut it. Insider trading, I don't care. Couldn't care less. I don't care, you know, like a big part of these CanSlim guys, they look at what funds are in a certain stock or if the funds are going up. It's completely useless, guy. Like, it's like, oh, look at this stock, it doubled. Oh, look at this, look at this. The amount of funds doubled. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Talk about the trailing indicator. It's so funny when they talk about, oh, look at this fund. Yeah, the amount of funds increasing. Yeah, no shit, because the share price has been going up. It's so funny. What's going on, guys? You don't think GME earnings is today? No? No, it says September 8th AMC. Hey guys, listen to this. AMC reports November 08 AMC. Har har har. You thought it was 10 p.m. GME, not AMC, that GME reports AMC and AMC? I agree. I think that's true. Kenny covering LCID? Yep, there it is. Get lost, Kenny boy. It would be funny one day if I met Kenny boy. Chances are I'm gonna meet Kenny boy's hitman. Hitman meets Wickman. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Is this a frothy market? It's getting frothy, maybe. We haven't seen any super crazy stuff yet. Well, if you know, we had DVAC and Fun, but they were kind of, you know, in the early in the bull run here. They happened kind of early. We haven't seen any like late type of craziness yet. Unless you know, count Tesla going from like, I don't know, 700 million market cap to 1.2 trillion in like 3 weeks, but I'm talking about, you know, smaller stocks doing some really crazy shit that we haven't seen yet. And unless we start seeing that, that's when I would, you know, get a little bit cautious. Not that it means that there's a top or anything, but you know, it's time to kind of maybe size down, especially if you're a margin. Take a step back. Man, I feel like a genius selling AMD now. I sold it in the like 137s, 136s. Because it looked extended. Looked extended. Here we are. That's okay. I rolled the money into faster moving stocks. When I, you know, AMD had ADR like 3.6 when I sold it. I bought stuff that was faster. Like that money went into Lucid, that's ADR of 9.4. You know, almost you know, more than twice. Oh, that was funny. But I'm not gonna post anything more to Twitter, man. Enough. Oh man, I haven't been this active on Twitter for a while. In a while. Roppel says you get all the downside, but not the upside with GBTC. Well, have you verified it's true? Have you verified that's actually true? So let's look at the, well, yeah, GBTC it is trading at 15% discount to Bitcoin. That's true. You know, it's up 120% from its July lows. Bitcoin is up 120%. So yeah, I don't see where you get all the downside and none of the upside. Debunked. This is why you always need to verify. Someone says something, you need to verify. Is that true? That's bullshit. Not true. Yeah, people take things at face value. Someone says something, oh, it does it true. You need to double check everything. Especially when especially these things that take like 5 seconds to look up. Like I did with Bitcoin and GBTC right now. It took me like what, 5 seconds? Okay, 15 maybe. I mean, it's not rocket science, man. It's not. It really is not. Simple stuff, man. Keep it simple. Well, that's an illusion, guys. I'm gonna tell you why not be able to trade 24/7 is an edge. Now imagine, trading. I'm not talking about like hodling, but literally like trading. This crypto. It's open 24/7. You can never relax. You can never, like take time off because it feels like you're missing out. So all this in back of your mind. It's not an advantage. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. If you buy it right, you don't have to worry about it. Exactly. Oh, Elon Musk is gonna sell his shares. Oh my god, Tesla's gonna gap down so much on Monday. I'm gonna sell my shares on the FTX exchange because it's such a big advantage being able to trade on the weekends. And now look at it. That's what's gonna happen more often than not. It's an illusion, guys. Forget about it. There's no edge in being if you buy things right. And now shit is always gonna happen. But you're gonna get shaken out needlessly also a lot of times. You see something gapping down, right? And by the time the market opens, like for the few, the gap is gone. Everything is fine again. That's gonna happen more than enough. It's an illusion that you gain an edge. Trust me on that one. It's happened to me so many times from like really thin stocks that I can't sell in after hours or pre-market. They kind of gapping down in pre-market or whatever, and by the time they open up, they're well above my stop, right? And if I could have sold it, if it was liquid, I would have sold it, right? So it's kind of an illusion. You think it's an edge, but it's not. You know what an edge is? Being able to shut off most of the trading day and on the weekends, and then be sharp as hell when the markets are open. That's an edge. Being able to trade 24/7, not an edge. Unless you're a computer. Unless you run algorithms. That's a different thing. Oh yeah. 24/7 trading means you have a 24/7 opportunities to get screwed. Yeah, true. Don't trust anything what I say. You must verify first. True, very true. Yeah, I've gotten these business proposals. People want to buy, develop an algo with me. You can't algo this shit. It's highly discretionary. You can't algo it. You can't run a statistical analysis on these things. You can't make an algo of investor psychology. you can't create an algo of, you know, people's brains breaking, seeing their dumb neighbor getting rich. You maybe you can make an algo of it in 20 years, but right now you can't do it. You can't. And you can't, if you're an algo, you can't do the thumbs method either. That's true. Oh. Dun, dun, dun. Man, now AMC is really going. I just, having a little bit of a lack of a buying power. I probably wouldn't have bought it anyway, since, the earnings. You never know. You never know. Lucid is starting to come back. And we could be in a stage where a lot of these stocks, like let's take some of the stocks I'm in, like stuff like QS, BE, LAC, Lucid, etc., etc., etc. They could, they could just, they could start speeding up. That's where big money is made. That's where the life-changing money is made. If you catch some of these stocks that really, speed up and do something crazy, if you can just catch a few per year on, like okay size, it's gonna change your life. No, it's kind of nice that I sold a third of my Soxul on Friday, because I thought it was getting overextended. You should have never entered PDX, is the coin. Oh, Paradox Interactive. Nah, actually, I'm not regretting it, Because the reason I sold it is because I was a margin. I wanted to, roll that money into fresh blood. I don't regret it. It's the right thing to do. When it's AMD too. I don't regret selling it on Friday. I don't. I did the right thing because I rolled in the money into stuff that I thought had, probabilistically better forward returns. But yeah, it's, it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Oh, now this, AMD, it's up 40% from where I bought it. It was one of the first stocks to break out from solid base. The AMD and Nvidia were among the first ones to break out once Nasdaq found its footing. Actually, it broke out before Nasdaq broke out. That's what leaders do. Same thing with NET. This thing started also going higher before the market found its footing. I know I can't outsmart the 10 and 20. It's pathetic that I try. Okay, I need to go and eat something. But I promise not to go to the bathroom until Lucid hits 50. Alright guys, thanks for joining. See you tomorrow. Good luck.